Hey friends, this is Eric the Mind Control Guy. Earlier tonight, I was listening to Coast AM, and it's the 27th anniversary of the Phoenix Lights over Phoenix, Arizona, back in March of 1997. And I called and got through, and we were extremely pushed for time, so I didn't get to say everything I wanted to say. But I thought it was kind of interesting that what I had mentioned, the guest, kind of basically started laughing and ridiculing what I was saying, which can be expected, I guess. But two callers before me had mentioned something that, I had already thought about, and this feller apparently was there the night this happened. The Phoenix Lights, and they said they were over by an Air Force base. I guess they were up on a hill, and I'm not sure what Air Force base it was, but they said there was no activity. Normally when some foreign aircraft or something out of the ordinary comes over our skies, the Air Force does not hesitate to scramble jets and go up there and see what's going on. Apparently the Air Force did not do that. Now, what I had asked was, when this Phoenix Light business happened, did Groom Lake go on full alert? The Air Force base that no one can get to over in Nevada, Groom Lake. And of course the guest started laughing at me, laughing my suggestion. And so I'm like, basically, did Groom Lake go on full alert? Was jet scrambled to go up there and see what this thing was? Did this, whatever it was, did it actually come from Groom Lake? Was this some big PSYOP? And of course, the guest was just very, very, just arrogant, as far as I'm concerned, arrogantly, condescendingly ridiculing what I was saying, my suggestion. And I guess that could be expected. But something else I had wanted to say, like I say, we were really pushed for time, so I didn't get to say it, so I'll say it here on my own channel. When they'll have a grand opening somewhere, and of course most, if not every city has them, the military has them, this thing, all you see is lights. The underbelly, nobody could see what it was. Why didn't anybody think to shine spotlights up there to light it up to see what it was? Nobody did that. The other thing is, whatever it was up there didn't show up in the daytime. If this thing had showed up in the daytime, everybody could have seen what it was. Why at night? And I'm just thinking, trying to go through all the possibilities here. But why didn't the Air Force go on alert? Why didn't the Air Force scramble jets to go see what this thing was, whatever it was? Did the Air Force know something that we didn't? Was the Air Force instructed to stand down? Was this just a great big PSYOP? It makes me wonder, after all these years, 27 years ago today, the Phoenix Lights, and the guest was talking about, other things that showed up here, showed up there. Okay, you see a bunch of lights. Why didn't we see the entire thing? Why didn't they show spotlights up there to light this thing up, whatever it was? I'm just asking questions, Instead of getting real answers, I'm getting laughed at and ridiculed, which I'm not surprised. A lot of the, the arrogant people out there, that's all they do. Arrogant, condescend, ridicule, that kind of thing. But it makes me wonder. They said, one of the guests, or the callers, one of said, it was, I think it was one of the callers had said that Art Bell 3 days before, when he still had the show, he said, if you're out there, show yourselves. Okay, we see a bunch of lights in the sky. If he's like, okay, show yourself, if you really wanted to show yourself, how about do it in the daytime, and how about land? You know, like the day the earth stood still, remember that? Okay, everybody's awake, it's daylight, we can see land. That did not happen. All we saw was some lights. And of course, it wasn't flares. Anybody with half a brain knows it wasn't flares, because apparently the military tried to do a reproduction of, oh yeah, it was flares, and they couldn't do it because it wasn't flares. It was something up there. But why didn't anybody think to shine spotlights on the underbelly? Why weren't any jets scrambled? Unless the Air Force knew about it in advance. Anyway, I got to get back on the road, but I just wanted to say my full peace of mind out about this whole Phoenix Lights thing. And I may add more later on if I think of anything, but for right now, I just wanted to say what I needed to say. You know, was this Phoenix Lights? Was this from somewhere out there? Or was it from Groom Lake? And was it just a great big PSYOP? And why weren't any jets scrambled? And why weren't any big searchlights shined on it? Let me know what you think. Thank you.